Hello there and welcome back to my channel. It is of course only me again, and thank you all so much for joining me on another metal detecting adventure. So we are now into January 2025 and it is blissfully cold this morning. The roads were icy, the ground is rock hard, but we have come to do some metal detecting in a field I have never ever been into before. Now it's quite close to a very old medieval farmstead, which means that there could have once been people in this field, working the field, possibly maybe even settled in the field as well. And we've come to discover whether or not those people dropped any nice shiny trinkets for us to find with our metal detector. So the big question is, will we find anything good today, or will we just find the remnants of last year's Young Farmers Micro Machine Race and Meet Day? Well, we have got all day to find out. Hopefully it's not going to rain. Hopefully the ground's going to be soft enough to dig some holes. And of course, if you want to see what I find, continue to watch, because as it comes out of the field, you're going to see it live as it does. And that leads me to say thank you all so much for watching. Do subscribe if you like metal detecting videos, because I'm going to be uploading so many in 2025. And if you like today's video and you want to support the channel, do drop me a thumbs up as well. But that's the talking out of the way. Let's go and do some freezing cold metal detecting. I will see all of you on the very first hole. So the ground is pretty frozen, which of course makes digging just that little bit harder. And this is an arable field as well, which has just been left in stubble. So, has it literally just come out? It might be quite near to the top. So let's just take this bit out. Nope, apparently it's still in the hole. And it appears the further you dig, here we go, the harder it is. So luckily it has just come out near the top, and let's see if we can find our very first target of 2025, and let's see if it's going to be anything good. Here we go, it's in this handful, now it's in this one. So the very first thing that we've gone and found in 2025 is a piece of junk. So this target is definitely more like it, but it does sound quite big. But it's a really clean, high-pitched sound, which is showing me a pretty steady target identification of 85 to 86. Which means this is going to be something that is a pure metal, that is for sure. But as I said, it is big, so I don't think it's going to be anything good. But let's give it a dig and see what we've got. So it has come out, and apparently whatever it is in one of these clumps of mud. So let's give it a bit of a break up and see if we can find where it is. Oh, what's this? So it looks to be something copper alloy, and it's threaded. It's threaded. Yep. So it's not going to be anything too old, unfortunately. It actually just looks like part of a copper pipe or something like that, doesn't it? Like an L bend to something. Could be off of farm machinery, so it's nothing that we're going to write home about, but what an amazing little target. That could have been something good, and unfortunately it was just some more junk. So we're going to have to keep pushing on. Hopefully we get something good on the next one. So we have another target, and this one sounded absolutely wonderful. But what is it? Is it a coin? Is it a button? It's very green, which would suggest that it's copper alloy, but there doesn't appear to be much information on it. So let's just give it a little clean and see whether or not there's going to be anything on here whatsoever. Absolutely nothing, is there? There is nothing on here. It could be a Roman coin, you know, it really could be, but then it is quite thin, so it could also be anything at all. But it would be awesome to think that we've come into this new field and found a Roman coin for sure, but I really wouldn't be able to put a definitive answer on that whatsoever. As I say, it literally could be anything. It could be a modern coin for all I know. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a Roman coin? A very, very worn, very, very battered one? Or is it just something else? It's completely bronze, so it's bronze all the way through, which does make me think it's probably a little bit more older than a Georgian coin. But with no detail, we can never ever be sure. This could just still be a button or something like that. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think? If you'd have found this in the field, would you say it was a Roman coin, or would you say this was a piece of junk? There is absolutely no guarantees with this, and I would absolutely love to think that it was a Roman coin, because that could make our day very, very interesting indeed. But yeah, I don't know, I'm a bit undecided about this one. We're just going to have to keep going and see if we can find any more. So I have just gone and found a tiny, tiny little buckle. And check it out, it's a little oval spectacle buckle, which was an absolutely extraordinary target. It's about 76 on the DS2. And yeah, we were digging this one all day long. Now, what's quite interesting is that I think this is a horse strap buckle, and the reason why is because look, it's absolutely tiny. It's also relatively flat, so it wouldn't have been a shoe buckle. It's too small to be a belt buckle, and this dates to the 1800s, possibly into the early 1900s, which probably means that this fell off of a horse strap. Likely to be the horse that they used to plough the fields back then as well. So it's a nice little piece of history in terms of farming history, but it's not a Roman coin or anything like that, is it? So yeah, we're going to have to keep going, but it's still a nice little find, and it does mean that there could potentially be more stuff in here as well. So let's keep going and let's do some metal detecting, and hopefully we can get something a little bit older. So we have another target, and this one is absolutely tiny. It's a very, very small one, but it's a pretty consistent sort of sound. Doesn't matter which way you go with it, it's always there. And it's coming up at a nice, honest sort of 54 to 55 on the target ID as well, which isn't jumping around. So it does prove that whatever is here is probably going to be something quite small and of sort of copper alloy or something like that. But yep, I think it's in there. So let's give this one a dig, and hopefully it's going to be something good. So let's just break all this apart and see if we can see what's in this tiny little clump of mud. Is that it there? Let's try. That's it. That is it. Well, it is small, that's for sure. So we were definitely right. But I think it just looks like a piece of scrap metal. I don't think it's got any information on there whatsoever, unfortunately. But that could have been a coin. It could have been absolutely anything. So it was clean and it was a nice steady number. We were definitely digging it. But unfortunately on this occasion, it wasn't anything noteworthy. So I'm just sat here taking in this absolutely stunning winter view. It's quite high up where we are today detecting, and you can literally see for miles and miles and miles, and some of the hills around are covered in snow, and it's yeah, it's a really nice thing to see. The field that we're in today doing some detecting, as I said, we've never ever been in here, but it's not producing an awful lot. It's quite a quiet field, if I'm honest with you. However, I've been in fields before that have been quiet and I've still found things. So just because it is quiet doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't going to be anything in there at all. You just have to keep pushing on. Now, it's hard to kind of gauge where you are and how long you want to spend in that field, and it's very tempting to move on to other fields. There's quite a few other fields around here that we could potentially go in, but I'm one of those people that likes to give it at least a full day, and then after a full day of trying all sorts of different areas in a field, you don't get very much at all, then maybe next time you come, you can try somewhere else. But again, you could still miss stuff because a day isn't long enough, especially for a huge field like this one. So yeah, it's really tricky, but just having a quick pit stop, and we'll keep pushing on and hopefully we can get something good. So I was just filming that piece to the camera, having a nice cup of coffee, chillaxing, and I got a phone call, and that phone call was from the one and only Emperor Bryces Maximus, who is out with me today as well, but he went into another field and he phoned me and he said, "You want to come down here? I have just had 3 hammered coins in 10 minutes. So I have grabbed all my stuff and I am now walking to the field that he is in, which is not the one next door, but the one further on as well. So hopefully we're going to get some good things today, and it sounds like he's found a nice little hot spot as well. So let's get yomping and I will catch you in there. So finally caught up with the Bryces, and I hope you know how far I just had to walk.
I know, cheers mate.
With all your stuff as well.
I know, cheers mate. I've been dying for a coffee.
Yeah, I said that's Christmas lunch burnt off already, but you have got a little pot there of nice shiny things, which is a lot more shiny things than what we were finding.
I can't believe it. It's just in this little area here. You know, I was walking back to you, got first signal just over there in the 50s, broken hammered.
Wow, yeah.
Less than 20 feet away.
See that?
In the 50s again, another hammered. I'll come back on myself just down this trail, all within about 10 minutes, and then another hammered.
That's avoided long cross.
Okay.
So that's likely to be a John or something like that. So that's 1100s. And although it's broken, that's a very early coin. Never had anything like that from around here before. So that's really nice.
That was the second one.
This one here, which is a penny, an Eddie penny. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see if we can see Civitas. Could be a Canterbury mint, that one.
Oh wow.
Looks like Edward I as well. So again, John, Edward I in succession. That's really nice. And then
that
check
was
that
the
out.
third one. I'm trying to look at that.
That's interesting.
I don't know if there's a shield on it or...
So there's a bust on that side, and it looks like Charles I, because you can just see a little eye there next to his portrait.
Right.
So that's a little Charles I halfpenny. So you've gone and found 1100s, 1200s, 1600s.
And that was lying on top. I mean, I picked it up. I'm not too sure. It's gone on both sides.
Aluminium.
It's aluminium. Fair enough.
Aluminium.
Fair enough.
But in 10 minutes, he has just gone and found a whole wealth of history there. So you've got to be chuffed with that, haven't you?
I'm more than chuffed. I was about to give it up for the day, walking back to you.
Yeah,
And it just goes to show, isn't it? It feels till you go round the whole field.
Mm-hmm.
And had nothing over there. where that path's supposed to be, set for modern day rubbish.
And just in this spot here.
Just this tiny little spot here. Hopefully we'll find some more now, we'll hit it.
I think we should go. Let's go and find some. Yep. So we've been on Bryces hotspot now for 3-4 minutes maybe. And I had a screaming target. And what's just come out of the ground? A coin weight. It has to be a coin weight. It's flat. It's square. And yeah, I am pretty sure we have just gone and found a coin weight, which is super interesting because of course Brian came down on coins, medieval coins, post-medieval coins, and what have we just found in this field? A weight that weighs large amounts of coins or single coins, but this is quite a chunky one. So whatever coin this weighed must have been a hefty coin. Let's hope it was a gold coin, and let's hope that they drop some of those gold coins in this field along with this coin weight. But hey, we've still got a lot of work to do, so let's push on. But I'm quite chuffed with that. A nice coin weight, certainly a lot more than we were finding in the other field, so let's push on. So this target was probably about a foot away from that coin weight, and again it was an absolute ear burster. But what on earth is it? I've given it a bit of a clean and I am none the wiser. It has these little holes going all the way around this side. It looks like it was possibly broken off here but not here. So did it once come all the way back around? And of course on this side it's got some pretty interesting decoration on there as well. This could potentially just be like a furniture handle or something like that. You could have once have been fixed there and then used this to pull open a drawer or something like that. But it could be something really interesting. I just have absolutely no idea. So guys, once again, have you ever found anything like this? What would you say this is? Please leave your suggestions in the comments below and let me know what you think of this one. Is it something good, or shall we add this one to the junk bucket? But it's another find, so let's keep pushing on. Oh my God. Brian was absolutely right. He has gone and found an amazing little hotspot, because I have just had a target down here which was 73, and it was such a lovely, sweet little target. And Brian was quite close to me, and I said, oh, I think I've gone and found another shotgun cap. And then I said, it's either going to be a hammered coin or a shotgun cap. And I've dug it out, and I can see something silver, and it looks definitely, oh my goodness, it looks to me like it's a medieval groat. Oh wow, what an amazing coin. Let's just see if we can clean this side off a little bit and see who is on the other side, because there is some really nice detail on this coin. Look at that, that is absolutely stunning. Who is this going to be? Is it going to be an Edward III maybe? Could very possibly be an Edward III medieval groat, that is for sure. But I am so chuffed. Oh my goodness, we've gone and found a medieval coin. And I am so thankful to Brian as well, because he rang me up and said, you want to come over here and come and check out all the bits that I found? And we did, and we persisted on, and it might have taken a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but we have come down on an amazing silver medieval coin. And this is going to be 700 years old for sure. And you can see the big cross in the middle there, and on that side you can see what looks like Edward III, but I'm going to have to give it a good old clean up and pop it on the camera for you. What an amazing little coin, what an amazing discovery. This is officially my first hammered coin of 2025, and we have started off on a massive high note because we've gone and found a massive silver groat. And yeah, what an awesome day. And we've still got about an hour left before the sun goes down. it is starting to get pretty nippy again, but this has warmed me up and it's given me a little bit more fuel to go on and see if we can find anything else. So unfortunately we haven't gone and found another big juicy silver hammered coin, but we have found a musket bore, and yeah, it's perfectly round, this bore, so it's never ever been fired, and you can still see the crease mark on it from where it was molded just there as well. So yeah, nothing major, but it's a musket bore and it's just another find from this nice little hotspot that we have found. So let's keep going. Have a listen to that. That is an absolutely sweet little target, and it has that very stereotypical round sound to it. Have a listen. It's just short, sharp, and nice and sweet. So I'm going to give this one a live dig, which probably means it's going to be absolutely nothing at all, but we can only hope. So let's get this one out and see what we've got. Okay, so very potentially it's in this big clump. Oh, or it was in that big clump, because, oh, here we go. Ah, it's a coin. It's a big coin, so there you go. That was the round sound that I was hearing, but it's just a big crusty old Georgian coin by the looks of it, because it's green, and yeah, it's just too round and too sort of flat to be anything of any particular sort of ancient origins, but it's still a coin and it's still a Georgian coin, so I'm pretty happy with that. And it was a live dig as well. Happy days. Let's keep going. So the sun is going down now and the moon is coming up in the sky. It has gone mighty cold again, so we are going to be on our last few targets here for sure. But I just had this absolute earburster come out of the ground, and I've cleaned it up a little bit, and it's got some really cool lettering and information on it. So you can see here there's like a little star, and then if you go here there is a V, and over here I think that's an A, an L and an M with another little star. But look at it. What on earth is it? It's completely blank on the other side. I don't think there's anything on there at all, so it was obviously meant to be seen from this side, but it has this huge gap in the middle of it, which honestly I have absolutely no idea what this could have been or what it was used for. Does anyone out there recognize this? What was this? Is it old? Or is it just come off of some sort of farm machinery, like a plaque or something like that? I'm not really too sure, but it's quite cool. I mean, it's got some really nice kind of, you know, detail on it, and maybe I'll be able to figure it out. And of course, if I do, I will put it on the video for you all to see. But please hit me up in the comments below about this one, because yeah, absolutely no idea. And there we have it. That is our very first dig of 2025 under the belt, and what a fantastic day we have had. Yeah, it started off a little slow, but we did get possibly a Roman coin, so we can't moan about that too much. And then of course Bryces gave us a call and said come down to this field, and it just went absolutely crazy from there on in. So we've tried to put as many hours in as possible today, but of course it is winter, so it gets dark at about 4 o'clock, and unfortunately we're going to have to head off home because it's going to be too dark to do any digging. But we are definitely going to come back to this little hotspot and see what else we can find. Hopefully there's going to be some more medieval goodies for us to show you as well. That leaves me to say thank you all so much again for watching my videos. Don't forget, hit subscribe if you've watched to the end, because if you've liked it, there's going to be plenty more of this type of thing coming your way. And please do give me a thumbs up as well, because that helps the channel grow. We're going to drive home now, But of course, I will see all of you on the very next dig.